Good morning. This is Dylan Giovanni with Behind the Markets. Happy Friday, TGIF. Today is Friday, June 12th, and it is also IPO day for SpaceX. It's kind of like the moon landing for IPOs. It's kind of a big deal. But yesterday I talked about how history says is the best way to trade this if you did not get any shares of this or you want to add to your position. Today I'd like to talk about and give a bit of a warning here how brokerage firms could punish you if you sell your SpaceX shares too quickly or you flip them. And again, remember, I've been talking about how this is a concerted manipulation where there's a bunch of things going on here and they're trying to manage all the buy orders and sell orders. And it's very reminiscent of the old New York Stock Exchange where you have somebody with ticket. It's very old school that way, matching orders, because you got to do a lot of these by hand. You can't just do them on the computer. I mean, some of it is, but a lot of them with the institution specifically, you got to actually think about how you're going to structure this. So it's kind of a thing. And one of the cool things about the SpaceX IPO is I've used it to kind of I've tried to give you some of inside baseball on how this has happened because I've been on the banker side of this stuff before. And it's very, very complicated and it's a high wire act and it's tricky and there's a lot of things going on, a lot of tension going on and a lot of fun over there. But so brokerage firms, a lot of people don't know this, but brokerage firms could punish you for selling your SpaceX shares. So let me just quickly go over the facts. SpaceX is raising $75 billion, selling $75 billion worth of stock at $135 a share. 30% of it is allocated to retail investors. It shows that Elon Musk knows where his bread is buttered. He's making sure he takes care of us little people. So I have a list of the brokerage firms. I'm going to go over the ones that we know are getting allocations and tell you about their penalties. So you understand if your goal is just to buy X amount of dollars worth of stock and flip it, just understand what the rule is and what the speeding ticket, for lack of a better word, looks like. So for Fidelity, you can't trade it for 16 days. You can't sell it. I mean, first of all, you can do anything you want. These are just penalties for people that do it. It's your money. Everybody understands that. But Fidelity says they want you to hold it for at least 16 days. After day 16, you can trade it. If you violate that rule and sell it before 16 days, you will get a 6-month penalty, which will basically ban you from buying other IPOs, okay? The second violation will get you a 1-year suspension, and the third violation will get you a permanent ban from IPOs. And remember something, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of good deals coming up. So, you don't want a real ban. You want to be careful here, especially a 6-month ban. A lot of good stuff happening likely in the next 6 months. So that is Fidelity, 16 days. If you violate that, you sell it before 16 days, you get a 6-month penalty. SoFi, 30-day anti-flipping, and 30 days is pretty much normal. Fidelity is actually a little bit shorter than that. It's a 30-day anti-flipping policy and very similar penalties for this. They also charge you an extra $50 to process the transaction if you sell the IPO within the first 120 days, 4 months. So they're penalizing you financially, but you can sell it after 30 days. Robinhood, 30 days. And again, you won't be able to buy an IPO, another one on the first violation for 60 days afterwards. So now E-Trade, 30 days. That's kind of their policy, 30 days. You got to hold on to it there. Now, Charles Schwab has a no anti-flipping policy for IPOs. Other brokers are trying to prevent price destabilization. Remember, this is one big legal concerted manipulation, right? So they're trying to prevent price instability. Imagine you have 1 million shares and you've allocated a bunch of them to institutions, 2/3 of them, and you have a third left. You have 300,000, we'll call it, to make math simple here. 300,000 shares. If everybody there flips it, if you're Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, what you're trying to do is make sure that all the flippers don't come in and crash the stock down, because that is egg on your face. Mark my words, it is not good. This is kind of an Olympic level sport happening here. And everybody wants to stick the landing. They do a little backflip and bam, they want to get a 10. You know what I mean? That's what they're going for here. So I know there's going to be a lot of fireworks today, a lot of watch parties. I actually had woke up with the firm intention of not talking about SpaceX today, and I realized how absurd that is, given that today's the day. And basically, we've taken you down the line through this whole process. And I've used this as an opportunity, again, to take you behind the scenes and show you how it's done a little bit from the inside without getting too technical and putting you to sleep. But yeah, a lot of folks don't know that you get penalty if you sell something like this too early. Now you know. All I want to say is good luck, happy hunting, and I hope you have some fun with it, because you're allowed to have a little bit of fun here. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Monday.